Good evening, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Welcome to Bizworld. Malaysia's economy grew by 8.7% in 2022, after achieving growth of 7% in gross domestic product (GDP) in the fourth quarter last year. Chief Statistician Datuk Seri Muhammad Uzair Mahidin said this annual growth is the highest since 2000.
Supply side, all sectors continue to expand. Growth in the services sector continue to be supported by both consumer and business-related services, following better labour market condition and the continued recovery in tourism activities. The manufacturing sector was driven mainly by the expansion in E&E cluster and supported by the primary and
The services sector registered a double-digit growth in 2022, followed by manufacturing and mining and quarrying sectors. Subsequently, the construction and agriculture sectors rebounded after on declines for 2 consecutive years. Meanwhile, household consumption recorded the highest contribution of GDP, which was 60.2%. On the other hand, headline inflation increased to 3.3%, and core inflation averaged higher at 3%. Malaysia's current account surplus widened further to 25.7 billion ringgit in the fourth quarter last year. Meanwhile, Bank Negara's Governor Tan Sri Nur Syamsiah Muhammad Yunus said Malaysia is unlikely to enter into a recession this year as the global economy is experiencing growth. The country is expected to experience a continued recovery in the labour market, with public and private investments activity which still remains strong.
Investment intentions are high, so the implementation of these investments will continue to support growth. Tourism will improve. So what we have seen, you are going to see the V-shaped recovery in tourism that will support growth. And all these factors are more than enough to offset the moderation in export that will emanate from a slower global growth.
On the year's first quarter performance, she added that it is showing more robust growth compared to the 7% recorded last quarter in 2022. Recently, the International Monetary Fund has upgraded their 2023 GDP forecasts to 2.9% versus the previous 2.7%. The governor also said the decision on overnight policy rate, OPR, will not be solely in tandem with other central banks, but rather based on the domestic economic environment.
Jimmy Choo, the brand, is synonymous with seductive city life and high glamour. But the origins of this iconic fashion brand are not British, but Malaysian and from Pulau Pinang. From royals to Hollywood royalty, Jimmy Choo is one of the most sought-after brands in the world.
I'm Jimmy Choo. Join me on Money Matter this Saturday at 5 p.m. only on TV Tikal.
The government will announce several forms of assistance in Budget 2023, including a mechanism to open opportunities to more B40 in the country to generate additional income. Economic Minister Rafizi Ramli said the withdrawal of savings from the Employees Provident Fund (EPF) would affect the rakyat in future retirement.
Menyentuh ataupun mengambil wang persaraan di hari tua itu, sementara dia nampak mudah untuk ahli politik sekarang, tetapi dia mencuci tangan untuk masa akan datang, kerana yang akan menanggungnya ialah mereka yang kehilangan simpanan tua itu.
He added that the government is also looking to introduce a policy on wage growth under the 12th Malaysia Plan midterm review. This is to ensure the wage and salary growth not be left solely on the market. The proposed new operating agreement between the government and Malaysia Airports, MAHB, is seen as positive for the airport operators' development, as it offers remuneration for capital expenditure, CAPEX, spent, and part fund its CAPEX via the Airport Development Fund. CGS-CIMB Securities noted the most important provision of the agreement is that MAHB could be able to explicitly recover any capex for airport development, on top of the usual operating expenditure costs, through a suitable investment recovery mechanism. It also said a regulatory asset-based model could be included in the recovery mechanism, based on a to-be-determined weighted average cost of capital rate of return against MAHB's asset base. The firm also believes that MAHB would be able to derive a rate of return on its capex spending, which was previously not possible under the previous government. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for watching and keep tuning in to TV3.